I see what old chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Birdie here.
Yes.
Yes, but I would say we are now here in Battlefield 4 playing the fall patch that's just been released. Now, a lot of people have been looking forward to this patch for a long time, and indeed it addresses some critical points to do with the game, doesn't it, old chap?
It most certainly does. It's a very, very large patch, adding loads of buffs, nerfs and other exciting things to completely, well, in many ways, change the whole feel of the game.
That's right, of course. Now, this is not just some patch, though, that's purely a bug fix. It actually completely improves the game, and some people are even perhaps semi-jokingly calling this the day the game finally gets out of beta mode.
They most certainly are. Now, there's lots of changes, and we're going to attempt to show you them all actually within the game. So, as we're playing around, you'll be able to see what they are.
That's right. Now, of course,
so keep watching.
As you can see, I've been moving around here, and you may have noticed, indeed, the movement of the soldier is now somewhat closer to Battlefield 3. Now, of course, what we have here is the soldier movement is somewhat faster. It's easier to get away from firefights. Overall, I'd say just moving around here, the feel is slightly more arcadey. There's less of the pauses here and there. Oh, I see. We've got him going there. He is, old boy.
Yes, he is.
No. But as you can see
it
there...
It doesn't stop you getting killed anymore.
But we just got a kill there, as you can see. Now, interestingly, the kill we just had there brings us on to the next point. That is, of course, the time to kill and the netcode. Now, these have both been severely and indeed crucially fixed, you know.
They have large optimizations to netcode means kills count more and are faster than before.
That's right,
noticeably, and this is noticeable immediately, so it's actually in the game now.
Yes, and indeed, as you saw straight away there, I unloaded a few rounds, and rather than him taking no damage at all or something equally silly, of course we did a fair amount of damage and actually got a kill trade there. Both players being killed.
Let's see if we can show it again, shall we?
Yes, we'll go for a kill. I can see there's someone out
there.
There's
someone there.
There's someone right there. That's it. And as you can see, straight down there for the
Yes, as it should be, really.
That's right. And beforehand, I must say, I was noticing before. There we are. You see, he shot me that time. I was noticing before, you know, really unloading lots and lots of bullets into the enemy and not much happening there.
Yes, and also you could shoot them from 100 yards with a shotgun and they die, which is a bit wrong, really.
Well, yes. I mean, there's
not supposed
a
to
certain
work.
element there of perhaps things going wrong. But of course, the netcode fixes do mean that we are seeing perhaps now a much more enjoyable game.
Yes.
Just inside a tank here, and he's having a jolly shot there. Hold on, I say. Yes. He might need some repairs. Do carry on, little chap.
Yes. Now, soldiers move faster, as I think you've already said.
Yes.
More like in Battlefield 3, as you mentioned. So, are we moving faster?
Yes, certainly we are moving around the battlefield faster. There's a lot more of the action-oriented feel. As I say, it's somewhat more arcadey. Thank you, sir. We have here some of course, an easier, or rather, should I say, an ease of getting away from firefights, which means that if you want to run, you actually can now, as opposed to getting shot to pieces on the spot.
Ah, so you can run quicker.
That's right. And of course, we have to defend this chap. Come back here, sir. Yes. Steady on.
Yes, defend him and do all the right things. But this is the one I like.
What's that?
Yes. Now, aerial vehicles now affect trees and bushes, which respond to the wind.
Do they really?
They do. Apparently now the trees will bend in the wind if you get near to it with a helicopter, and if you get too close, it'll cut the branches off with the old blade.
Oh, we couldn't save him there. Oh, no, shot by a tank. Tried to save someone, but it was no good.
Yes.
That's interesting, old boy.
Shall we have a look?
Let's see if we can get inside a helicopter and hope not crash, eh?
Right. Oh, yes, of course.
We'll try not to crash. Okay, as you can see here, Fiddles, in a transport helicopter, when we get close to those trees, look at them waggling around in the window, chap.
They are. See if you can cut the old branches off.
That's a bit dangerous. I'd rather not, old boy.
Yes, well, we're supposed to. It's gardening, isn't it? Come on.
I don't think we should, old chap.
You've got to show them.
No, the last man in the squad, I can't do that. Let's go over to see, shall we? As you can see, the larger trees are not affected by this, only the small ones, so it's rather clever physics there. Can we just set this bird down in a safe place here, perhaps?
Can't we cut the trees off?
No, not now, Bertie. For goodness sakes, I'm trying to fly over to E, I say. What else do we have there, old boy?
Well, defibs much easier to use, apparently. They have revive timers and have a sound to indicate they're fully charged.
That's interesting, old boy. That is, of course, in the assault class. You can now have a much better idea of where on earth your boys are that have just been downed, and of course, how long it's going to take you to revive them, you'll see.
Right.
So, we're in a rather sticky position here. We should land this thing, you know.
Yes,
let's set this thing down, shall we, and go our own way. Pardon me, Fedales, just putting the bird down. There you are. Good show. Okay, all right, let's get out of here. There we are. Okay, somebody else is going to take it over. We, of course, are going to change now to the support class. My word, this place is crawling with baddies. Ideal chance to test it down, I say.
Right,
Join there, and down we go. Anyone here, I say?
Yes, this is a defib, yes?
No, this is, of course, the engineer. We're going to change to the support class after this life, and just a moment, he'll distract. There's one. Take that, I say. Has he seen us or has he not? There he is. Oh, he's good. He's doing it all right, old chap.
Right, never mind.
Also, interesting that on the subject of handguns, since we're here, there we are.
Yes.
No, there we are. That's a good show. Handguns. The Desert Eagle, I understand, has of course also been nerfed. Now, that was originally an extremely powerful. Oh my word, goodness me, an extremely powerful handgun, which was used by many players to easily get kills. Now, of course, I understand the minimum damage, that is to say, the actual damage of the Deagle, has been nerfed.
Yes. Now, the Desert Eagle, as you say, has been nerfed. Less damage and velocity velocity as well.
That's right, of course. The bullet velocity has been dropped, so you can't any longer go around and absolutely shooting people's heads off with the deagle, because it won't work as much as it did, although still a powerful handgun choice, I think.
Most certainly. Now, grenades, for that matter, RGOs and V40s have also been nerfed.
Grenades, okay, let's try a grenade here. I believe I've got here, yes, I have the V40 Mini. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to launch that like so, but I only have, oh my goodness me, I had 2 grenades in the inventory there. Take that, good sir, that's for you, fire away,
Right.
mind out, and steady it. He's right there, oh chap, I can't see him there. Just a moment, steady. He's hiding well.
Well, he is. He's supposed to hide.
Let's get down south. But as you can see there, fellas, I had only 2 V40s in the inventory as opposed to 3. Now, that is, of course, a nerf and a drop in your total V40 amount. And, of course, the power of the V40 has likewise, similarly, been dropped, I think.
So the blast radius has been reduced, I suppose.
That's right, of course.
Right.
There's definitely been nerfs to those grenades. Perhaps some people said, there he is, get that. He's got old chap.
Yes, good. Yes.
Many people, of course, saying the grenades then were too powerful, will be pleased to hear they had been nerfed along with the Desert Eagle, as I say.
Right. Now the Bulldog, tweaked.
We
think possibly.
Take that, sir. Good show. Right. Now, of course, also on the subject of weapons, yes, indeed, the Assault class has perhaps seen a tweaking to the Bulldog, although we don't exactly know whether that's been nerfed or not.
Right, okay. Now, but we were looking at the defibs, weren't we?
Yes, old boy. You know, at the time I want to get killed, I can't, it seems. Take that as a good sir. No, we can't get killed no matter what we do, old boy.
Well, we're too good. There we are.
We're too pro, you know.
Yes, we are.
What's
and
going
we
on
didn't chop the trees down with the blades of the helicopter.
We're not
supposed
to do that, old chap.
Well, it does work.
That's dangerous, though.
Okay, well, it does work anyway.
No, don't shoot me, old chap! No,
Yes.
no! Oh, by George. Now, look at this, fellows. As you can see, I'm in with the Assault class, with the defibrillator now, and we should be able to see a much clearer idea of who's been down. As you can see, we just missed his revive time on that poor chap there. Now, here's someone over here. He's just gone down, but I don't think we can recover him. Oh, my word, there's his friend! Oh,
buffoon like that there?
No, I know.
My word.
What's he doing there around somebody just killed, I say?
Doctors! What's he doing? Killing the doctor!
You've no respect for the medics, old chap!
My goodness me! He wasn't brought up very well, was he?
No, he wasn't, old boy. Okay, let's get to a slightly safer spot here, as you can see. Now, of course, as you may know before, the defib was always rather hard to use because it had no on-screen indication of what was actually going on.
Yes.
But now, it will actually show you the revive time until someone's actually revived, along with giving you a little sound when the pedals are fully charged, so you know exactly what you're doing when reviving someone.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Okay, let's some chaps have just gone down over here. I'm going to rush towards them. There's someone down here. There's the revive timer. There's just,
okay,
we've got a staying out right. Oh, yes, we got him just about, but have a med pack, good sir. Have a med pack, there he is. Okay, my word, that's a close one. I don't think we're going to do much help, no indeed. Of course, we're out too much in the open there, but just as you saw, we just caught that chap in the last little inch of revive time there, and of course we're able to bring him back to life. But now, of course, this means you're going to be able to actually know how long someone's got left, and you won't waste your time running after corpses anymore.
So exactly, so we know how long they've got, which is rather useful, hence the revive timers.
That's right, very handy, I say.
Yes, now jets, they have been made better and possibly easier to fly.
That's right, of course. There's been some work going on inside the CTE regarding jets, and perhaps, as you say, making them easier to use. So for those of you who like going around in jets, you should have an easier time of it. I understand there's also been some bug fixes too.
Yes, now here's a really important one, and that is the first-person view optics have been tweaked for better visibility.
Apparently they have, old chap. Oh, I say, shot off the side there. Right, videos, as you can see, we are here with the scope once more, attempting to do a bit of short-range LMG sniping, if such a thing is possible, I say. As you can see, though, I think, yes, indeed, definitely more stability there, enabling us to get better and more efficient kills using the scope. I, of course, used to use the iron sight quite a lot before because of its stability, but I think with this latest change, I might give this scope a chance.
Yes, so go and use the scope and see how you get on. It looks to be more solid and smoother.
Yes, indeed, perhaps viable with LMG, I think.
Yes, now, the MBT law has been seriously nerfed and takes longer to lock on.
Of course, in response perhaps to some complaints, Fiddles, that disclose, the MBT law, as Bertie says, has been nerfed. It's going to take a little while longer to actually get the lock. We can go now, driver, off you go!
Yes, come on!
He's standing there. It takes somewhat longer to get the lock with the MBT law, meaning that the drivers of tanks on the other side will have a slightly longer amount of time to actually react and get away from the shot.
Yes, now slams have also been nerfed.
The notorious slam. I hate that weapon. I'm sure many people do. Indeed, the M2 slam engineer's mine will now, of course, do rather less damage than they did rather before, I understand.
Well, it will no longer destroy a tank and needs a rocket to finish it, apparently.
Yes, 3 hits from the slam is, of course, no longer enough to take out an MBT or main battle tank. You're going to have to finish that off with a rocket launcher, thus again giving tanks more of a chance against engineers.
Right, now in the nerfed pack comes the Desert Eagle as well, or did we already mention that?
I think so, old boy.
Yes,
nasty chap there. Oh, he's down. Indeed, the MBT law, the Desert Eagle, amongst others, have all been nerfed in this update, but I think certainly what we are seeing here, the main feature, is the netcode fix.
Yes, oh, most certainly, yes indeed. The netcode is a big thing.
Now, in this nice open spot, Fiddles, let's just take a look at the grenade respawn time. As you can see, there's my incendiary grenade. I'm going to throw down an ammo box, and let's see how long it takes me to get another one.
Yes.
As you can see,
It's supposed to be longer.
I think it's a longer time. Now, beforehand, it took quite a while, but no, we're still waiting. I'm pressing the grenade button, and nothing's happening, old chap.
Yes, indeed, yes.
And we're right next to the ammo bag, so...
Yes, it does take you longer.
Yes, indeed, there's definitely a larger respawn time on grenades, so those of you who like to spam grenades perhaps can't do so as much anymore. I still haven't got one, old chap. This is ridiculous, I say.
Well, there we are, never mind.
Commander, where's the grenades, I think? There we are, finally, my word.
My
yes.
goodness me.
Okay, and the MBT law. So we're going to switch to engineer in just a moment and show you the MBT in action.
I'll be right, okay, yes. Now, perhaps I should mention that a muzzle brake has been nerfed as well in both positive and negatives.
Has it really, old chap? We've just had an enemy bird land right on this roof. Let's see if we can deal with him, shall we?
Yes.
Yes, of course, if you use the muzzle brake on your weapon, you will of course notice that it has an overall weaker effect in every respect. Now, that's both the positives and the negative sides. So, I say, goodness me! Now, fellows, for those of you who don't know, the MBT law is the engineer's starting rocket. And here's someone. Let's fire that away, like so, and see what we have. Yes, so straight away a vehicle hit there, but I think apparently it does indeed take a bit longer, fire I say,
to lock on
and reach the target. It certainly is effective, but indeed it's not going to be destroying any targets with quite amount of ease before. As you can see, no, there we are.
No.
Not past the mountain.
No.
It won't destroy targets
nerfed.
quite as easily as it did before, although still an effective weapon choice, I think.
Well, yes, but certainly nerfed, as we can see there.
Yes, indeed, old boy. Now, what else do we have, old chap?
Well, apparently there's plenty of ways now to adjust the HUD and remove clutter, etc.
I see. That's an interesting point. For those of you who think there's too much clutter on the screen, I'll just crouch in the corner here to hide. As you can see, Fiddles, I can turn on and off certain elements of my HUD from 80 to 100% transparency. That means if you want to remove certain elements of the HUD, like the inventory or the HUD size or the player status, etc. and so forth, you can do all that here and customize to your heart's content.
Yes, so get it out of your way on the screen.
That's right. Personally, I think the HUD's quite good as it is, but those of you who like more customizations can certainly get some now.
Well, yes, it looks to be better. Now, gunships, their cooldown has increased to 60 seconds, so no more gunship fests.
Indeed, of course, it certainly was a bit of a gunship fest before, I think, whereas if you took out the gunship, it would respawn almost straight away. But now the cooldown time is 60 seconds, meaning, of course, you'll get a breather between rounds of the gunship actually appearing.
Most certainly. Now, a classic server preset forces spawn on the squad leader, apparently.
That's right.
Other classic BF features.
That's an interesting point and quite an important one, I think, of course. If you play Battlefield 4 in the new classic mode, you will, of course, see the option to only spawn on the squad leader has been forced on everyone. That means if you want to spawn somewhere in the game, you can only do so on your captain. Now, this will, of course, encourage much more team play. As you can see, for example, here, my squad leader's just given me an order there. It will encourage the following of orders and, of course, the overall moving towards an objective and team-based shift style of gameplay.
More like the real army, then, really.
Well, indeed, old boy, as of course we are working as a team as opposed to an individual soldier. Hello, anyone there? There he is, and he's right there, old chap. No,
he's right there, and you're right there, and you're not there anymore.
There were two of them, old chap,
yes.
That's why.
Of course, yes. Oh, yes.
We had some good kills earlier, though.
Yes, we did. So, there's lots of changes here. Lots of nerfs we've talked about, MBT laws, slams, all the rest of it, Desert Eagles, etc. And some big improvements, such as the optics, etc. and so forth.
That's right, and
first-person views.
Yes, that's right. I think this will certainly be one of the best updates Battlefield 4 has ever seen, rather. And of course, although there's no new weapons, as it were, we do have many fixes that will overall bring the game up to par and make it much more enjoyable in the competitive scene.
Well, certainly, yes. I mean, looking at it means watching you playing it. You can see the feel of the thing's different.
It certainly is, old boy. It's more arcadey, I think, but also a lot more solid. Perhaps a lot more reliable as regards killing and netcode, etc. and so forth, and overall a much better game.
Yes, wonderful. So there we are. We've shown them all how pro we are. And they'll come back for more, no doubt.
Yes, we'll just defend this chap and try not to get him killed, shall we? Come back here, I'm going to protect your son. Don't go...
Come along.
Where are you going? Come back here.
No, we want to defib you. That's probably why he's running, I suppose.
No, I'm trying to defend him, old chap.
Are you?
Don't you understand?
Look, yes, he does want to be defended. There we are.
There we are, we're going to save his life, you see?
Yes, we are.
He's gone inside now. He's been killed. No, we lost him, old chap. Who did this? You must die, I say. Where are you? Come to him, I say. Take that. We've got him.
We got him. We'll be forever grateful, won't he?
That'll show him to mess with our friends, you know.
Oh, yes.